This is a new auto heat press that is really easy to use, budget friendly, and has some cool upgraded features that I want to share with you. Hey there, I'm Sarah, you're watching Creative Ramblings. We share a lot of product reviews on this channel, like this heat press, and the goal is to help you find products and materials that can help you move forward in your creative journey. So if you're a crafter, consider subscribing. I'm here with new videos every week. This is the new HTVRONT Auto Heat Press 2. It just launched in November, and it is an upgraded version of the original auto press. HTVRONT is a company who makes a lot of heat presses and materials to help you get into crafting at a budget-friendly level, but they do it with some really good quality pieces. Let's start really basic. What is a heat press and why might you need it? So these are just a few projects that I have made with this heat press. This is a press that applies heat to materials like HTV or iron-on vinyl, sublimation, or DTF transfers. It's going to work for items that are flat. So any of these fabric items like a shirt or a tote bag or a koozie can also work for a mouse pad or an ornament or other flat solid items that you can put heat adhered or heat transferred pieces onto. So a heat press can really come in handy for crafting. This is the Auto Heat Press 2. So here are some features that I really like. It has a good solid footprint to it, weighs about 43 pounds, and when this operates, like some other heat presses, it doesn't operate where it tilts or it swings out. It has this drawer in front here that pulls in and out. So it is really easy to access, and if you put this on your work table, it's really only going to take up that one footprint. You don't need a lot of other space to make it work. It's got this great screen up here that tilts down and tilts up, and it stands at a couple different heights. So depending on what works for you, this is just a really nice touch. So if you have some glare, you can always see it. Really easy to use buttons up here as well. It is an auto heat press, so there is no manually pushing up or down of a lever. You push one button and it goes up and down to press your materials. This has a really big opening right here. You can actually press items that are up to 4.5 centimeters thick. So if you have a really thick sweatshirt, or I don't know, sweatshirts are really all I could think about, those really thick hoodies, you can get this in here and it's gonna press it really well for you. I like that when this is on, you can touch most places here and they're not hot, especially on the front of the drawer when you're pulling it out. This part doesn't get hot, so it's super easy to use. There also is a 15-minute auto shut off. If you're not using it, it's just gonna shut off for safety. So let's go through some of these buttons and I'll show you how easy this is to use. So you can store this flat or pop up the screen to whatever angle works for you. The machine is plugged in, so we're gonna power it on. It does come with this nice little piece here that tells you what all of those buttons do. Now, the first thing it's going to do is set to the last time and temperature and pressure that I had it on. This button sets the temperature, so if I push this, I can adjust the temperature up to 410 degrees. And then after a couple of seconds, it will just set. This button is for the time. This is going to go up by 5-second intervals, up to 999 seconds. What's new on this machine compared to the first auto press is pressure. I can set this as low as 50 pounds of pressure and up to 170. There is also a memory mode right here. There are 4 pre-programmed modes, or you can set your own. When everything is heated up and timed, I can just hit this button right here to start and stop the process. Being able to adjust the pressure to a specific amount is going to be great if you have materials that require a specific pressure. So for a DTF transfer, I might want medium to high pressure, but for something else, I might want low pressure. So if you have a material or a substrate that requires a specific pressure, you're going to be able to change that with this press. So let's compare this, the Auto Heat Press 2, to the original. I love this AutoPress. I use it all the time, and I really like what HTVRONT has done with the upgrade. They have not taken away any of the things that I love about this machine, they've only added to it. So they're about the same size and weight. The footprint on this one is just a little bit bigger. The heat plate, so the drawers that pull out here are the same size. They're 15 by 15. So you're gonna be able to hold the same size material. You notice between these two that this does have the larger gap for the thicker materials. So if thicker materials are something that you work with often, this might be the way to go. This screen on top is really nice for clearly seeing what you're doing, where the screen down here is just a little bit smaller. The buttons are relatively similar. They have the same time and temperature settings. The new one does have that pressure option, so you can change the pressure. These two machines are actually really close in price. So if you are looking for an AutoPress, I would definitely go with the newer one because it has some of these cool new features that have only added to its performance. Plus, right now there are some really great deals going on this because it just launched. Then there's the manual press. So Auto Heat Press 2 and manual press from HTVRONT. So I recently did a video comparing the old AutoPress and the manual press. Go take a look at that because a lot of the comparisons are still the same. So the manual press, the biggest difference is there is a handle that you have to pull and pull up. It still has a screen and a timer for you to work with. Time and temperature are the same on both. And again, the heat plate size under here is the same. With the manual press, there is a button back here, or a knob, that can manually adjust the pressure. So really you're going to be able to do low, medium, or high pressure with this knob. You're not going to be able to get quite as specific as this one. Because it's not an auto press, when you put your things down and you pull the handle down, watch that timer. When it beeps, you have to manually pull it back up. Both of these are great presses and they're going to get the job done for you. Biggest difference, this one's automatic, this one's not. This one has a few more bells and whistles, and there's about a $100 price difference between them. So really it's a personal preference and up to your budget which one's gonna work best for you. So there are a lot of ways to adhere sublimation, DTF, or iron-on vinyl to items like t-shirts, tote bags, and so much more. You can do it with a household iron. You can do it with one of these little easy square presses. If you find yourself doing a lot of heat work for shirts, maybe you're looking at getting into some craft markets and starting a business, I highly recommend getting an AutoPress to just streamline your business. If you are a hobbyist and you like making shirts for your family and a lot of other fun items, definitely take a look at the deals right now that are going on with the AutoPress 2. You can get this plus a bundle of materials and blanks to start crafting right now at a great price. Take a look at all the current offers and a discount code down in the description for this and the other HTVRONT heat presses. And if you have any other questions about their other heat presses that they make, including this one, their little mini one, even their hat press, I have videos right here on YouTube. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like craft tutorials like this, consider subscribing. I'm here every week with new videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.